Hello everyone and welcome back to SaiyanSquabbles. I am yours truly, Papa Ping Pong, here to bring you a new video featuring the new cards that have been released in the Unison Warrior block. So this is my first video of me really covering new cards, and I'd like to do this more for the future. And yeah, so we're going to be looking at all of the blue cards from Unison Warrior Set 1 and all the blue cards from the Unison Warrior starter deck. So, just going to do all those, give my quick 2 cents, and I'm really excited for this. Quick disclaimer, I am not home right now, so that is why my audio is not very good, but I hope you guys will still enjoy nonetheless. So, let's get into this. It's very interesting they chose to release the blue first. I'm pretty sure it's just because of hype, because Future Trunks, Goku Black, Zamasu, those are all such popular characters, so anyways. So our first leader, a new Future Trunks. This is only our second Future Trunks leader, but he has a permanent. During your opponent's turn, if you would add a card from your life to your hand or place it in your drop area, you may reveal it and add it to your hand instead. So that makes crit irrelevant against this leader, which is super nice to prevent hand control from being as dominant as it is, because critical is kind of an important part for hand control, especially with the Super 17 that's running rampant. Just free for critical, basically, and then another critical swing, that'll make this irrelevant. But he also has cards within the archetype that play off of being revealed, and we're going to get into that. But auto, when this card attacks, draw 1 card. Standard, but important. And then when your life or your opponent's life, I actually haven't read that yet, is at 4 or less, you may draw 1 card and restand 1, flip him over. So then becomes Super Saiyan 2 Trunks, Envoy of Justice. Permanent, during your opponent's turn, same permanent. When this card attacks, draw 1 card. An active main, once per turn for 2 blue energy, choose one of your opponent's battle cards and place it at the bottom of the owner's deck. And at the end of your turn, choose up to 1 mono blue energy and switch to active mode. Another way to encourage mono blue archetypes, of course, by being specific with mono blue energy. But the first 2 effects are still really good, and the last effect is, I really like it. I'm glad that blue is shifting from returning to hand to bouncing to bottom of deck. I think that's way more efficient, and this is one of the leaders that will really encourage that. And these mana sinks are super useful for not wanting to just pass turn with 2 open energy, and the fact that you restand 1, super good. And yeah, only thing I can make this better is if it ignored barrier, because Future Trunks, he has a decent amount of support, but let's see if he can try to find his own. But we're going to get into the second leader, Potara Fuse Zamasu. I don't know why it says Potara, but anyways, Fuse Zamasu. It's pretty simple. When this card attacks, draw 1 card. Awaken. When your life is at 4 or less and you have 4 more energy, or you have 4 more energy, you may draw 1 card, then switch 1 to active mode. Lackluster, but you can potentially awaken on turn 2 with this leader, and we'll get into that later. And Fuse Zamasu, Divine Runebringer. When this card attacks, draw 1 card. And then active main, once per turn, you may place 1 card for your energy in the drop area to give this guy dual attack, or to bounce a battle card to the bottom of the deck. I didn't like this leader upon first glance. I haven't tested with him yet, but seeing how fast Zamasu can ramp, this actually might be a decent way to play Zamasu aggro, which we're going to discuss in a deck profile of an idea for in the future. But, so I like this leader. Super Saiyan Gotenks, absolute Unison. So our first SR Unison here is dual attack blocker, active main for -2. Well, dual attack blocker base is just really good, but active main for -2, draw 2 cards. So that's really helpful for blue. Blue really lacks draw power, except for the surge leaders. So, and then -3 active main, choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and place them at the bottom of the owner's decks in any order. So, a more barrier removal for blue, which is super important, super good. Now, this card doesn't add any ticks to it, doesn't add any markers, so you're going to be tapping this guy, and with 4 or 5 energy, probably 5, to do the -3 or the -2 and still having a chance to use the next effect next turn. But this is probably going to be a I see this as almost a game ender, or just a way to really rack up advantage, because he is 4 specified cost. But I don't know, I'm not a big fan of this card. I really like his effects, but a 4 cost, He has 20k, but we'll see. Supreme Kai of Time, Unison of History. So she is a 2 specified cost, blue 15k Unison. Active main once per turn. If your lead card is a blue featured Trunks, which we have 2, you can add 1 card from your life to your hand. At the end of your turn, at the end of your turn, switch up to 2 mono blue and up to 1 of your mono blue energy to active mode. Excuse me. And then she has a +1 and only a +1 active main. Add 1 card from your life to your hand, then choose 1 card from your hand and place it in your life. You get to reorganize life. People are looking at loopholes with this, with the Chilai and Lemo leader and the Paragus leader. We'll see how that gets ruled, because that would be pretty cool. But yeah, this is just nice to have the knowledge of what your life is, especially with that leader. You're going to be getting pretty much whatever you want. Especially with the cards that we're going to see later that play off the leader. That's going to be really good to have that knowledge. So then Zeno, Cosmic Unison. This card a lot of people are talking about. So 2 blue specified cost, 9k. So +2 active main. If your lead card is mono blue, place the top card of your deck in your energy, and you can't place cards in your energy for the duration of the turn. And then at the end of your turn, you choose this card, or choose the card that you place in your energy and place it in the drop area. Or the energy, you place the effect and place it in the drop area. That is super good. So many people are finding loopholes of Goku Black, and for 2 costs, and the fact that you can do that turn it's played, they're going to need to be very careful with this card. But hopefully it's fair. It is mono blue leader, so no Surge Piccolo, thank God. But I don't know, that's going to be very careful. Super strong effect. But then an active main -5, choose all battle cards, choose all cards in battle areas. So choose all cards in battle areas. Okay, so that includes field cards, ignoring barrier, and shuffle them into their owner's decks. So I didn't realize it includes field cards. That can be very powerful. But since he comes in at 4, getting his ability for -5, he's going to be surviving a lot, and getting his ability for -5 is going to be really effective. But moving on, Super Saiyan Blue Son Goku, hope for victory. During your opponent's turn, if all your energy is mono blue and you reveal this card from your life, add it to your hand, you may place your energy in rest mode instead. If you do, draw 1 card. So during your opponent's turn, you're able to ramp yourself with the foreknowledge of the leader and the Unison Trunks, or the Unison Kai put together, and you get to ramp yourself 1 and draw 1 card. That is super effective. And then auto, at the end of your next turn, after you place this card in your energy with a skill, place it in the drop area. That is, you get to keep that energy after you place it in your energy on your opponent's turn during your turn. If you get 2 of these and your opponent deals 2 damage, you're getting an additional 2 energy. That is insane. But I actually really like this card. I didn't realize how good that was. 2 drop 20k Goku, best card. Son Goku, Warrior that crossed time, 4k, 1 drop. If your leader card is a blue future Trunks card, and you return this card to its owner's hand at the end of your opponent, so that's the cost. At the end of your opponent's turn, if you haven't added life to your hand due to an opponent's attack, you can choose up to 1 of these guys and your hand and play it. Cool. That's cool, I guess. Auto, if this card is removed from battle area by a skill, choose up to 1 Super Saiyan Blue Son Goku, hope for victory in your hand and place it in your energy. Okay. Huh. I don't really know what to think of this card yet. It's very interesting. Super Combo, Blue Leader, Future Gohan, cool, I guess. Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, Blaze of Passion. During your opponent's turn, if all your energy is mono blue and you reveal this card. So it's the same permanent as the Goku, including the draw 1. And it's a 3-drop 20k, so this is a Gogeta and a Vegito target. Ugh, pretty nice. And then auto at the end of your next turn after you place a card in your energy. It's the exact same as the Goku. Yeah. Vegeta, Savior of the Future. He's just a 1-drop, take a life when he swings, gives him plus 10k and double strike. Just a Kaba. I don't really think Blue needed that. I do think Blue needed another Self-Awakener, but I don't think it was necessary to give it double strike. However, that's still cool. And that is a 5k Vegeta if you were to do the Kind Saiyan Son Goku. Vegeta, the warrior that crossed time. So he's unique, meaning you only have 1 copy. on the board. Counterattack, negate the attack and play this card. So it's a 3-drop 15k, so it's a 3-drop negate. But during your opponent's turn, if your lead card is a blue future Trunks, reduces card's energy cost in hand by 2, so it becomes a 1-drop 15k counterattack. I really like that. It gets a Vegeta on board if you're trying to go for Vegetos as well, which is really good the more I think about it. I'd look out for this card if you're trying to go for a Vegeto strategy. So Super Saiyan 2 Trunks, A Brighter Future, a 4-drop 20k blue card. Is unique and permanent. If you have a blue Unison card in play, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 2, so it becomes a 2-drop 20k. And if your leader card is a blue future Trunks, at the end of your opponent's turn, draw 1 card. So your opponent's going to have to deal with this, otherwise you're going to be just drawing 1 card at the end of your... You're basically drawing 2 cards every turn. Active Battle. It's a once per turn for 2 blue energy, he gets 10k triple strike. So for 4 energy, he becomes a 30k triple strike, basically. I like that. I think it's a really cool card. Early aggro too, potentially a late game win condition. You can play him at 2 energy, awaken Senzu Bean, and give him, make him a lot stronger, but... Or, I guess it would have to be at 3 energy to get the Unison card, but... Now we got our first SR, Super Saiyan Trunks God Stealing Technique. I'm really excited for this card. 5-drop, 15k. Counterplay. You can't activate the counterplay skills of other cards for the turn. So that's the cost. You may discard this card from your hand. If you do, the battle card being played is returned to its owner's hand instead. If you don't, play this card. So you can play this guy for free off of someone else playing a card. I believe that is what I understand. So he becomes a evolved target for future Trunks. And then, or when your opponent plays a battle card, it's returned instead. So that is really good. And because the permanent, if you have a blue Unison card with 2 or more markers in play, you can activate this card's counter skill without paying its energy cost. That's that's a monstrous effect if you have a blue Unison card in play, because this isn't leader locked. So I'm very interested to see how good this is and what play this sees, because we do have really good blue Unison cards coming out, including the one from the starter deck. But we'll move on to Super Saiyan Blue Vegeto, Paralyzing Prowess. This is just Gogeta 7, but Vegeto. So his energy cost 8, power 35k, deflect, triple strike barrier. X-Evolve for 4 blue on a Vegeto with an energy cost of 5. Auto, if your leader card is a blue future Trunks card, when this card is played or attacked, so your opponent chooses 2 cards in their hand and places them at the bottom of their deck in any order. So this is going to be on the turn it's played, unless it gets Chomp of the Trickster. This is going to be making your opponent drop 4 cards. But it is leader locked, which I think is way more fair. And it has to be on a Vegeto with an energy cost of 5, so it has to be on board. So it's not just cards in hand, or not only can you just save cards in hand, it has to be on board, but it is leader locked, and it's not ripping your opponent's whole hand. And your opponent also gets to choose. So I think this is a way more balanced Gogeta 7. I think this card is fine. It really depends on how well the future Trunks archetype plays. So then we got Vegeto, Infinite Radiance. This is the target you're going to be wanting to evolve off of. But is it? Okay, so it specifies energy cost of 5. Vegeto, Infinite Radiance, Deflect Barrier, Union Potara for free for a blue Son Goku and blue Vegeta. Permanent. If you have 4 more energy, you can choose battle cards in your energy cost, or you can choose battle cards in your energy when choosing cards to use with this card's union from your hand. You choose skill from your hand. So when fusing with him from your hand, you may use cards in your energy, which is really good because you play the Goku and Vegeta off your life into your energy and you can target them. I wonder how consistent that's going to be. I guess we'll have to wait and see. So Bulma, Master Scientist. During your opponent's turn, if all your energy is mono blue, if you would reveal this card from your life to add it to your hand, you may play it instead. So she's a 2-drop 1k, so you're mostly going to be wanting to play her off your life. When this card is played, look it up to 5 cards from the top of your deck, choose 1 blue Son Goku, Vegeta, or Trunks feature among them, add them to your hand, then shuffle your deck. Basically a free searcher. It's pretty nice. Bulwark of the Future. When this card is played, look at You search 5 for 1 blue Unison card with a specified cost of 2, or 1 blue Future Trunks card among them, add into your hand and shuffle your deck. Another pretty good searcher. Respectful Master Goasu. He's a 1-drop searcher for searches top 7 for Zamasu, a blue Zamasu. Then we got Goku Black Rose Lofty Aspiration. So I'm very excited for this Goku Black and Zamasu support. I've been so spoiled, and you guys should expect multiple deck profiles on Goku Black and Zamasu in the future. Probably one for each leader. But Goku Black Rose Lofty Aspirations. So he's Triple Strike, evolve for 4 energy, 3 blue, 1 unspecified on a blue Goku Black. And he's a 9-drop 30k, by the way. So permanent. When choosing a card to use with this card's evolve skill from your hand, you can choose a battle card in your energy, then play this card in active mode. Yeah, that is really good. And because it's auto, if your leader card is a blue Zamasu or Goku Black card, and your opponent has 5 or more energy, when a card evolves in this card, place up to 2 of your opponent's energy in the drop area. That is really good. Luckily, it's locked to your opponent's turn 5 unless you're playing another ramp strategy. But you can play this guy on a Goku Black from your energy, and he dodges almost every single counterplay in the game, as far as energy cost and power goes. But you're dropping your opponent's 2 energy and potentially getting a triple strike. Sign me up. And it's not leader locked to a Goku Black or Zamasu. Specifically, it has all of them. So that's the end of the first page. Now, the second page, we have Goku Black Future Decimator. So for 2 blue, or is 2 blue 10k, or 2 energy, 1 blue, sorry. Active main, if your lead card is a blue Zamasu or Goku Black card, you can place this card from your energy from your hand, and you can't place cards in your energy or play cards other than mono blue Zamasu or Goku Black cards for the turn. At the end of the turn, if this card is in your energy, place it in the drop area. So this is probably going to be your evolve target more often than not, but it makes you locked to mono colors, which does suck, but it is fair. And at the end of the turn, you have to place this card in your drop area, so if you ramp it. So, but yeah, that's going to be a lot of Zamasu's early ramping stuff, as we're going to see. So if you use Zamasu, the Divine Immortal, Indestructible Dual Attack, X Evolve for a blue Zamasu card with energy cost 5. He's a 9-drop 35k, by the way. Active main / battle, place this card in its owner's drop area, choose up to 1 Tragedy over ground, or over ground from your hand, deck, drop area, deck, or energy area, then shuffle your deck if you look through it. 35 dual attack. I wonder why they gave it dual attack. I think it's because this is good. It's supposed to be a more aggressive strategy. But the 4 energy is going to be super easy to get with this deck, and we're going to get into why that is such a powerful card. So, but Fuse Zamasu, Advocate for Evil. This is going to be your main evolve target. Indestructible Union Potara with a blue Zamasu and blue Goku Black, and if you have 3 or more energy, you can choose cards in your energy to union with this card from your hand. So it's the same as the Vegito. But yeah, he's never dead in your hand. He's a 5k and he's 24k. So I really like this card. Very, very aggressive for Zamasu, which we'll see why. We got a 1-drop Zamasu, which I think this is our first blue 1-drop Zamasu, which we've been needing desperately for Zamasu. But Zamasu, Cosmic Trader. If your lead card is a blue Zamasu or Goku Black card, and this card is played from your hand, place the top card of your deck in your energy. Then at the end of the turn, if the card you place in your energy with the skills in your energy, place it in the drop area. If the card you played from your energy with the skill isn't in your energy, you must play another energy in the drop area. So basically, you're going to be necking 1 energy at the end of the turn no matter what. But this is a 1-drop ramp card. Really, really good. I love this card, and perfect for Zamasu. So, next, a card that I'm really excited about for Zamasu as well, a 1-drop super combo. If your leader card is blue, your life is at 5 or less, and it's your opponent's turn, you may choose 1 card in your energy, add it to your hand, and then choose 1 card from your hand and place it in your energy. This combined with Plan for Destruction is going to be some shenanigans with Zamasu, and then auto, when you play this card, draw 1 card. So, 2 purposes basically, which is really, I think this is going to be the start of some power creeping for super combos, to be honest, but we'll see. And then Final Hope / Counterattack SR, which I'm really liking the art on this card. If your lead card is mono blue, switch one of your blue energy to active mode, mono blue energy, then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with 15k power or less, ignoring barrier, and return it to its owner's hand. That is the kind of hand returning that I like. I like that hits a target with 15k or less power, ignoring barrier, but it's a counter attack rather than, and it's free, which is perfect for blue. I think free and returning to hand is way better. Plus a spot removal. This card is going to be worth some money. I really bet it's going to be, and I'm definitely looking for a playset. Hopefully we get an SPR this negate. That's my SPR wish for this. Permanent. If you have a blue Unison card in play, you can activate this card's counter skill from your hand without paying its energy cost. Even better. More support to Unison cards, and it's a free... It's almost like a Dimension Magic. Wow, this card is really good, actually. Alright, God Slicing Black Kamehameha. If you have a blue Unison card in play, draw one card, and the battle card being played as energy cost 4 or less, it is placed at the bottom of the owner's deck instead of being played. So, awesome. Yeah. This is just a... If you're running Unison, this is just a better You're Wide Open, because You're Wide Open is very lackluster in my opinion, but that draw one or restanding one would have made it really nice. But permanent, if all your energy is mono blue, you can activate this card's counter skill from your hand without paying its energy cost by choosing 2 other cards in your hand and discarding them. That's fine, just if in case you're in a tight squeeze. Although I don't think you're gonna see me playing this card. Maybe only for feel, but that would be it. Tragedy Overground. This is potentially the most broken card in the set. This or the Unison Zeno, I think, are in tandem for potentially game-breaking cards, but we'll see. 9-drop Field Spell. This is what plays off the Zamasu. This card cannot be removed from your battle area by the skills of your opponent's cards. Great. Permanent, when your opponent plays a battle card that energy costs of 4 or more, it's placed in its owner's energy in rest mode instead. That is insane. One of the best skills I've seen, printed on a card, period. Because you can do this play turn 3, turn 3-ish for Goku Black if you really wanted to. Yeah. And then auto, when this card is activated, choose all your opponent's battle cards ignoring barrier and place them in the energy and rest mode. So it's a board removal too upon being played. Yeah, this card is nuts. Absolute Confidence, our last card in the blue. Active main / battle, choose one. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards that energy costs 3 less, return it to its owner's hand and draw 1 card. That's fine. Choose 1 card from your opponent's, or choose one of your opponent's Unison cards and remove a marker from it. I don't know how effective it's going to be for 2 energy. I guess if, it's active main or battle, so I don't know. I don't know. I'll be honest, I'm not sure. So let's move on to the starter deck. We're gonna try to blow through the starter deck pretty quickly. Give it a sec to load. Alright, so our leader for the starter deck is Vegeta. When this card attacks, draw 1 card. When if it's your opponent's turn, when one of your blue Unison cards is placed in your drop area, or one of your blue battle cards is removed from battle area by an opponent skilled or KO'd, you may flip this card over. If you do, draw 2 cards. So he's basically got an additional awakening condition, which is really nice. And then awaken, when your life is at 4 or less, you may restand 1, draw 1, and flip this card over. Then Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, Godhood Transcended. Auto, when this card attacks, draw 1 card. Active battle. For 2 energy, choose one of your blue Unison cards, and it gets plus 10k power and triple strike for the battle. That is really, really good, especially with the Gotenks. Auto, once per turn, if it is your opponent's turn, when one of your blue Unison cards you place in your drop area, or one of your blue battle cards removed from your battle area by an opponent's skill or KO'd, switch up to one of your mono blue energies to active mode and draw 1 card. Another really good effect. Discourages your opponent from counterplaying with certain things, or because board removal is running rampant, and I think that's my biggest issue with the game right now is board removal. I think board removal and rampant hand control, but the hand control is balanced to a degree. But well, that's for another time. But I think board removal needs to be kind of relegated, and this leader I think is a good start. Also, we are seeing a lot of alternate awakening conditions, which is just a natural evolution of the game because we're getting so many different win conditions now. But yeah, so I think it's good. I think it's healthy. Moving on, we got the Unison card, probably my favorite Unison card that we've seen so far. But Gogeta, Pursuit of Power. Permanent. If your leader card is a blue Saiyan card and you have a blue Saiyan battle card in play in rest mode, your opponent can't. Your leader cards don't take damage from attacks. Really good, especially since he's a 2 specified blue Unison. Active main, to just +0, but choose one of your leader cards or battle cards, switch to rest mode, and then you add a marker to this card. So that's the cost, so it is required to be switched to rest mode to add a marker to the card. Active main, draw for -2, draw one card, choose one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost greater than their current energy, ignoring barrier and placing it at the bottom of the owner's deck. So it's basically, it makes a deadly defender that can remove threats. So that's really good. Super Saiyan Blue, Son Goku, Tenacious Warrior. So when this card attacks, you may add one card from your left to your hand, and he becomes a 15k. I wonder why they made him a 4k, probably to avoid more union targets. I think that's probably why. But auto, when this card is KO'd, you may look at the top 7 cards from your deck, choose to add up to 1 blue Unison card with a specified cost of 2 from your hand, or to your hand, and shuffle your deck. That's probably going to come up a lot, actually, because people like to remove Self-Awakeners as early as possible, so that's a good way to make Self-Awakeners a little more viable. So Super Saiyan Blue, Vegeta, Heroic Warrior, 2 cost. If your lead card is a blue Saiyan card, this card gains critical. When this card is KO'd, draw one card, then up to 1 blue Unison card with a specified cost of 2 from your drop area to your hand. So that's cool. He becomes a 2-drop 20k critical, or 2-drop 15k critical that your opponent's going to want to get rid of, and if they do, they're going to pay the price for it. You draw one card, and you can recover a blue Unison. Then we got Super Saiyan Trunks, Architect of Peace. He's a 1-drop, 5k, and auto for 1 blue. If your leader card is a blue Saiyan card, when this card is used in a combo, choose up to 1 blue Saiyan card with an energy cost of 2 or less from your hand, negate its skills for the turn, and play it in rest mode. So that's a way to cheat out Union targets for Union Vegito, which, or for Union Potara, which Union Potara definitely needs a buff, and I'm glad they're making ways to cheat out some more Union Potara cards. As far as Vegito goes, Zamasu has a lot of free plays, but Vegito really needs some free plays and stuff like that. But sorry this took so long. That's going to be the end of the video. I'm really, really liking these archetypes so far. More Goku Black support, more Future Trunks support, more Vegito support, and it looks like they're taking the game in a very healthy direction. Let me know what you guys think of Unison cards and what you'd like to see from the other colors. But I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day. See ya!